Buenas. Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back to Gary's summer reading list, which is my ongoing set of book reviews, my booktube experiment, contribution, presence, where I'm attempting to inspire both myself and others to work through the I think a thing that many people of kind of my age and previous reading habits have accumulated, which is the TBRP, the to be read pile, which is in my case shockingly big, because somehow along the way I went from being an avid book reader to an avid book buyer and collector, and they just stack up and it's getting a bit silly. So for various reasons, some good, some bad, I guess. I'm currently in Andalusia in southern Spain. People have been following the channel for a while know that I did start off in one place, and I'm currently in another place in the Campo, the country. And I get a little stressed that this second place was not an ideal move for me. For various reasons. I'm going to try and make the most of it, of course, for the time I'm here. There are pluses and minuses, as there are in everything. I think economically and life reasons why I kind of, if I was able to do certainly until Christmas here, I think that would kind of suit me and my life project. And then I do really want to do at least 1 year in a city in Spain. Anyway, that's just sort of a bit of context here. I feel I'm at the end of a kind of quite exhausting summer, really, in some ways, in terms of travel, in terms of life and family stuff, in terms of my work hasn't been particularly, there hasn't been enough of it really, and my teaching work that I did in the summer was mostly satisfying, but there were a few issues that kind of made it a little less fun than it has been in the past for me. But I accumulated some good experience, and I met some lovely people, some of whom I'd like to think I can include in my friends list now, as it were. I'm back here, and there's a couple of characters in the village who seem to want to be kind of friendly and help me out a bit in terms of things like going shopping in their car, stuff like that. It's very good for me. So yeah, it's hopefully kind of like this week. Well, it's a bank holiday. It's not really probably going to be this week, is it? But certainly from next week, it's going to be people getting back to work, things going back in terms of my workflow, and hopefully settle into a bit of a routine. I haven't really got. I've been away for 2 months on the road, which is kind of crazy, really. I saw some lovely people. I saw most of all the lovely people I'm privileged to call friends, I guess, and that was really, really nice. But it was a lot of travel, a lot of money coming in, seemed to be a lot of money going out. So looking forward to a little bit of a period of stability here in Spain, and get back on track. Now, okay, preamble, sorry, what am I going to talk to you about today? So this book is what I thought I was going to be doing a review on, and I haven't kind of got there really. And I'm really going to make, it's a very slim book, right? It's, what is it? It's 158 words. It's a novella really, isn't it? I could do that today if I put my mind to it, and I really think I should at least try, right? And it is supposed to be Shirley Jackson's best book or best novel, right? And so I've really got to sort of give it a look. Her greatest book, Donna Tartt, an amazing writer, Neil Gaiman, who we don't talk about anymore. Really got to give that a go today. Make myself a coffee when I get back in and have a go. But what I wanted to talk about today was a very, very, very good, fun book. And it's an airport book. I mean, it literally was an airport book. And airport books, in my definition, I think they've got his little dumper coming up, so there's always noise, right? So what I mean by an airport book, is, dense, fun, engaging, immersive, something that's going to make you kind of page ahead and is interesting. And that certainly is. Now, I don't really subscribe to the whole kind of SAS mythology and the SAS industry, and there are kind of like 4,000 books about them, and Most of them seem to be fairly unbelievable to me from, but that's a snobby thing to say, because have I read one? No, but they don't appeal to me at all. What appealed to me about this is I do like, I do like non-fiction, I do like good reportage, and this is an excellent example of that. What particularly got me here was the detail, for one thing, but also it was literally a side of the story I had no idea about. I mean, I just remember this, like most people, right? I just remember that image and the explosion, and I didn't really, I wasn't particularly tracking it at the time. I didn't know the politics of it. I didn't know the personalities involved. Did we anyway? I don't think that was ever really clearly communicated at the time. And that's also the impression that the author, Ben Macintyre, I should say it's The Siege by Ben Macintyre, the remarkable story of the greatest SAS hostage drama, and he wrote it last year, and I think this was a quite quick paperback version of it. So from the point of view of an event in time that I kind of, it's become iconic, right? Well, he's done an excellent job by really unpacking that and telling us literally exactly what happened. What was the motivation of the do we call them terrorists? I guess we do. Yes, they were. I mean, yes, they did, and they killed 2 at least hostages. So yes, they're terrorists. I mean, they didn't see themselves as that. They thought they were drawing attention to a long-held ethnic issue in Iran, where the Arab minority has been kind of totally crushed for long. There is an Arabistan. It was never, I believe, a separate country, but it's a province, I think, in Iran. And they expected the Shah's downfall to lead to much better autonomy for them, and they were never really given that right, and I don't think they have, to my understanding. So they decided to publicise their cause by taking over the Iranian embassy in London. And obviously there were British people, and there were also people who were literally there on the morning who got drawn into it, like this Pakistani businessman and various kind of visitors. And it's all kind of, it's all that going on. It's about the politicians to some extent. It's mostly about the police, quite a lot about the SAS and their preparations for that. And then it all kind of builds to this really, really well done, amazingly breathtaking type climax, where it's a minute by minute, blow by blow of the actual attack and the what went wrong, a lot went wrong, what went right, and the in some ways the tragic deaths of some of the hostages and some of the, well, that's a silly thing to say. There are tragic events. And it's interesting that the connections and the relationships that are formed through this, and it's kind of intense event. And there's a story about Britishness, but it's also a story about Iranianness, Arabness. There's lots of kind of I think I kind of got into this also because I rewatched September 5th, which is the amazing film about the way ABC Sports covered the attack on the Israeli delegation to the 1972 Olympics, which is really a celebration of analog technology, and is very, very, very good on that point of view, and reporting and those good things. Okay, so and that kind of got me back into the headspace for this. So 5 out of 5 rating, a 5 for me. I mean, it's not a book to keep. I think it's a good fun, but it's one and done. Very happy to take this on. I think whoever I think a lot of people really get into this. It's quite a dad book. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a dad. I like a dad book. And I don't think it over glamorizes anyone in this. I don't think it's a kind of hagiography of the SAS, though I think the guy has made his career about writing about them. But one thing and another, good film, entertaining film, book, sorry, really good, well done, perfect for a light summer read, and there you go. Okay, so I'm gonna, well, it doesn't seem too hot, actually. I might have a cup of coffee and sit out and start cracking on with Shirley Jackson, and hope to be, one thing I should have said is I unfortunately have managed to break my Bluetooth microphone, and I'm not really in a position to replace that for a couple of weeks, unfortunately. So we'll have to make do with the kind of sound quality I'm getting from my iPad. Okay, guys, I hope that's interesting stuff, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay.